There's one player who is known as the king of high ground, and that is Queasy. Queasy is an FNCS champion and has made hundreds of thousands of earnings from Fortnite. He is known as one of the best IGLs in Fortnite history. But today I'm going to be analysing how he plays high ground, because he plays it so flawlessly and uses it to win every tournament that he plays. Alright, here we are. We're starting in the endgame. Here Queasy makes a misplay of just using Flurry of Fizz and immediately going up there where the hill was actually what was protecting him. So because of that, he goes back down below the hill. Mistake there was using the Flurry Fizz when trying to rotate, and he was in the air for a slower time, so he got absolutely lasered. Now the thing is, Queasy uses the Flurry Fizz so good in endgame, and just wait and you'll see what I mean. Unfortunately, he just used it wrong there. Here to do a good job to spot out Seti and get a nice little refresh. Something I noticed is how well Queasy and Pixie are actually staying together in their box. And this, see what Queasy is doing here? He's elevating. And you wonder why? Because he's the king of high ground and he knows he has to get elevation so he can take high ground. You're too low. When you go up for high, you'll get sprayed by loads of other players, and the high ground will have so much time to react because they'll see you from such a far away. So staying on this elevation will allow him to be on a right layer to surprise high ground when he does go for it. And look, he's looking for it. There's one thing on Queasy's mind to win matches in tournaments, and that is to take high ground. Now, they actually do have enough matches to take this, so they are in a fine position, but they're rotating front side because there's no point taking it on back side, getting sprayed by the team in front and then losing it. But but one thing is, as you see, he just went off of a position for taking high ground. Why is that? It's because the other team was too stacked and they were just, unfortunately, it just wasn't there for Queasy and them to take it. So what's the other extreme of high ground? Low ground. Low ground, if you play it right, you can stay front side, keep looking back and get loads of refreshes. And that is exactly what Queasy and Pixie are doing here. I'm just a bit slow on saying Pixie's name because I'm used to Thomas HD being Queasy's teammate. Now, I don't know what's the story. I do think there's a chance this is actually a real partnership for the future in trios. So yeah, keep them in. Here, Perchawa goes down to Queasy. Just a simple 50-50. Queasy did a good job to hit his shots there. This is just simple, plain low ground. I think their time here is limited, but overall, played that well. To get a 4th place here, which is what they get, is a really good game. Not too bad. Something a good IGL and a good Fortnite player does is they get awareness. Here, Queasy got awareness of this player dropping down, and he sees the opportunity to get a refresh. And what's so important about refreshes? You need the materials to be able to play height in the end game and to get the win. And anyway, I think it is universally known that refreshes is what win games, and who doesn't like getting a few bonus points for eliminations? So right now, after that, Queasy and Pixie are in a great position here in the end game. They also pulled zone, if you see at the bottom right there of the map, really close to the half zone, so they're in a great position here to go on to do good in this endgame. Here you might be wondering why Queasy and Pixie have just been sitting in this long tower for so long, and it's because they kept pulling zones. So why not just stay there and save your materials? Just because you are known for going for high ground does not mean you have to force it. Now obviously here you can see that they're trying to get evasion because they didn't pull the zone for about the 3rd time in that long tarp that they had. So instead, they're getting front side, and as you can see there, Queasy literally just looked up, getting awareness on high ground, seeing what it's like. He's playing low ground here. For what reason? I think just because he knows he doesn't have to force it, and he knows he can get lots of eliminations on low ground. But I know that he's going to take this later in the game. He's going to go for high ground. And I guess I should say it one more time. It's because to win games, you need to go for high ground. Queasy doesn't have white heals, and it's likely Pixie doesn't have 6 medkits and 4 floppers because it's just not that viable of a loadout to carry to stay alive in these endgames. Again, they're getting fortunate here, it's pulling back through the builds. Guys, just because you have like a certain strategy does not mean you have to stick to it. You should play to how the game is going. And right now, they're getting lucky. It pulled back so many times and they've saved so much materials. What does that mean? It means they're in such a good opportunity to win this game. Sometimes you get lucky, you get these pullback zones, you don't have to be as aggressive for refreshes, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. And everyone gets their luck, to be honest. Some players, yeah, you get an unlucky game and they will blame the loss for that reason. But every Fortnite player gets unlucky games. It eventually balances out. So when you get those lucky games, take the chance, don't stress, don't panic, and just get the good placement that you should be getting when you get fortunate. We see what we were expecting to happen all along. Queasy goes for high ground, and guess who he's going to kill here again? Zeti. He literally just killed him in the previous game. You can't catch a break. To be fair, they're both amazing players, but Queasy is going to be the one who's winning this game. He gets high ground, yes, he's low on materials, but when it's this late into the end game, it doesn't even matter. Oh, well, he's actually going for a risky play there, but it's worth it. To get a few more mats and he can go back to full head with the medkit, that's totally fine. What I was saying anyway was, even though they were low materials, it still is better to go for high ground there instead of, well, see, you could go for low ground there and then get a refresh, but when you have like absolutely no materials, like they 10 bills, you go low ground there, you get a kill, but you still hadn't enough mats to make a nice area for yourself that you just get jumped on by another team and you die. Instead, it was definitely the play to go for high ground there and then just play using the few builds that you have, because the rest of the players who are scuffed are just going to go downwards and fight each other. Again guys, this is what I mean, Fortnite is such a nuanced game. You have to play with the situation you're in, and Queasy does that so well. But to be fair, I do think he probably usually just goes for high ground because he just knows how to play it so well. And the timing there was perfect. He went for high ground with that amount of materials earlier, like 30 seconds or 1 minute earlier, or maybe 2 minutes. 1 minute is not that much of a difference. It wouldn't have gone well. He would have died, or he would have got it and had 0 builds. So yeah guys, it's what people say, Fortnite is an extremely complicated game, but me watching these things, I try and give you as much tips that I learned from it. Here, it was necessary to have medkits. Partially, he does not have enough and he gets second. Overall though, amazing game. In the next game, something I find very interesting that Queasy does here is he takes storm damage even though he didn't have to. Now there are a few good reasons why he probably does this. Now actually, let's just take note of that really nice kill. Headshot, elimination with the pistol. Oof, that was nice. But I think the reasons why he's doing this is they have the medkits and they know that those medkits aren't going to be what's going to help them win in the end game. And even then, sometimes you just have to use your inventory to survive long enough. You can't just greed it to the very end. Reasons why though also was benefiting them there is they were able to get Storm Surge by shooting those players. And maybe if they went earlier, they could have got shot out the air. And again, one more thing is the Storm. Wait, I was gonna say, when Storm closes here, maybe they're gonna fly to where it's gonna open up, but I don't think they're gonna actually have time for that. Let's see. I'm gonna give this 5 more seconds. And if they fly to where the storm pulls, but that actually might be what they're doing. That is genius. That is awesome. That is another reason why they did it, guys. It's because they knew they were gonna be able to be still in the air and fly to when the next storm opened. I think there is just another example of Queasy's ability of being a really smart IGL. Not panicking about being in storm, instead thinking of a genius play like that to wait, take the storm damage because he knew that the storm was just about to close when they were about to be in, and he was still going to be in the air to fly to the next zone. Damn, Queasy is such a good idea. Fair play. Now let's look at the next thing I noticed. So guys, this is big. Something I was noticing here by watching Queasy is that he actually plays low ground more than I thought he would. But there's a reason or there's a tactic behind what he's doing. What he's doing is he's playing dead side and he's staying low ground to save as much materials as possible, and just to be like not getting attention by the majority of the lobby, so there's less chance of getting attacked and killed. And then, depending on his situation with materials and the situation of the environment, then he goes for high ground. And as we can see here, he's built up in a massive metal secure base and he has taken high ground. It's actually, I really do enjoy this, watching genius players and seeing the strategies that they use. That is actually fascinating. He plays dead side, saves materials, and then he chooses the right time to take high ground. That is something I never thought about before, is really focusing on playing dead side. You know, you hear people say it and you think, yeah, okay, it's not that big at all. I'm a good fighter, I won't play dead side. No. Queasy and Pixie are insane fighters as well, but they know that it's just the right thing to do. It's part of their strategy, and playing dead side is the play, and it's the thing I noticed that they do the entire time. Right, this guys, at this stage I think it's going to be fairly simple. They're just going to play high well, keep pressuring the players below them, and when the opportunity comes, get the refresh there. That refresh is no point going for. There'll be so many people looking at it. Star is still pulling, so once you even get that, you might get stuck in Storm. The best refreshes are when you're front side and then you get a kill just in zone and you can go get it. When Storm is moving, those refreshes are the hardest to get, and if it's near where a lot of congestion is, there's a lot of players, a lot of chance of you getting killed. So yeah, is there much to say rest about this? I guess I can continue watching. It's just Queasy really is the king of high ground. I know some in the intro might have disagreed with what I said and say someone Zayd, he was probably the first person who made it popular and was known for it, but Queasy is the person who's continued to use it and dominate for such a longer time and didn't say it. So I do believe that he is the king of high ground. For the rest of this game, it looks like he's just going to continue pressuring. They have enough materials to hold this. I think Pixie has been getting refreshes, which helps. But they also, when they did take it, they had loads of materials, so that's probably helped too. All these players on low ground are just scuffing each other. At this stage, there's nothing too crazy that usually happens. It's all about the pre-plays before this. What happened? What did they do right before they got to this easy to win position? What's left now? There is 4 players left, and they're all in zone, all taking damage. Queasy and Pixie full HP on high ground. This is an easy win, using the armored walls just to be safe. Clubberry Fizz to get off a high ground and go for the 2v1. Can't be no touch it. I have a feeling he won't. Queasy and Pixie get the win. There we go. Guys, Queasy, I believe, is the king of high ground. I hope this video helped and you learned a lot. Thanks for watching. Maybe you might enjoy this video as well. Goodbye.